Today we are doing 12.3 surface area of prisms and cylinders. So when we talk about surface area, we're thinking of the area around the object. So if you were going to take wrapping paper and wrap, let's say, a box, which is a square prism, you would, the surface area would be how much wrapping paper you needed to cover the entire box and all of its sides. So the surface area is the sum of all the areas of the faces, including the bases. So here we have a cylinder, because we're going to be talking about prisms and cylinders. So for the surface area of a cylinder, we have its bases, which is the top part and the bottom part of this cylinder, which is like looking at a can, like a can of beans or a can of corn. And so those bases are circles. So you'd have to find the area of the circles. And then you'd want to find what is called the lateral area, which is the area around the can, which would be like the label. So when you add all of those together, you have the surface area. So first, with the cylinder, we are going to find the area of the two bases, which are the top and the bottom of that can, which is a circle. So we have area of a circle is pi r squared. So we have to find the area of the two circles. So when you look here, we have our radius, which is 4. So we're going to have pi times 4 squared plus pi times 4 squared. You can also think of this as 2 times pi r squared, because there's two bases and you can multiply whatever we get for one of them by 2. So if I use that formula, then I have 2 pi times 4 squared. 4 times 4 is 16, so we'll have 2 pi times 16, which is 2 times 16, which is 32 pi. And now we can plug that in our calculator. So we know that pi is 3.14, or you can use the pi button on your calculator. And when you do 32 times pi, you get 100.53, and this is inches. So this is the two bases, the top and bottom of the can. Then we have to find the lateral area, which is the area around the cylinder, which is, again, like the label. So we're looking at this part right here, and we have to do all the way around the can. So there's a special formula for that, and it is 2 pi r times the height. And this is considered what I keep using as the lateral area. Okay, so this right here is the lateral area, again, the label of the can. So we're going to plug in what we know. We have 2 pi. Our radius was 4, or is 4, and our height, if we pull back here, was 23 inches. So we have 23 inches, and we're going to multiply that. So we have 2 times 4 times 23, which is 184 pi, and 184 times pi is 578.05. So now that's the label of the can. So we have to add our 100, which was 0.53, which was the two bases, plus this 578.05. And when we do that, we will have the surface area of the cylinder. And it's inches squared, because we are talking about area. Now we are going to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. So here's our rectangular prism, which is like a package that you would get maybe in the mail. And you would need to find the surface area of that. And so in order to do that, you need to find how much wrapping paper you would need to put around it. And so we need to find the area of each of the faces. So you have the top and the bottom of the box. You have the right and the left side of the box. You have the front and the back of the box. And so you have to take into account all of those sides and add them together. So what we're going to look at first is the area of the front and the back of the box. So we have the front and the back. The front of the box is right here. This is if you were looking at it straight on, this would be the very front. So we know that our area is length times width. So we have 10 times 5, which is 50, but you have a front and a back, so you have to multiply it by 2, which is 100. Then you need to look at the left side and the right side. So here would be the right side of the box, and then you'd have a left side over here. So this is left and right side. And the area of that is 6 times 5, which is 30, but you have a left and a right, so you need to multiply it by 2, which is 60. Then you have a top and a bottom. So the top is right here, so you're 10 by 6, so we have to multiply 10 times 6, which is 60, times 2, which is 120. And now we can go ahead and add all these together because we have all the sides. So we're going to add 100, 60, and 120 together. 100 plus 60 plus 120. And you get 280 feet squared. Again, it's area, so you have to have feet squared. The last one I want to look at is on the next slide. And this is the triangular prism. So again, this is another type of prism that you can see, and I like to think of this particular figure like a tent. So if you're going to set up a tent, and you would have your two triangles, which make it a triangular prism, and your height is 2, your base right here is 4, and this length right here is 8. So you have to find the area of the two bases, and the bases are the front and the back of the opening of the tent. So when I do that, I know I have base times height divided by 2 because that's the area of a triangle. So when I find the area of the triangle, I'm going to have 4 times 2 divided by 2. And that's 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So we have 2 of those, so we have to do 4 times 2, so 4 times 2, which is 8. So that means the base is 2, the two bases. Or the base, sorry, the base is 2. 8 is the base, so there's 2 bases. So I'm going to highlight that. So the bases are 8. And again, that was this opening and this opening. And now we have to find this area right here. So there's 2 sides that are slanting. So like kind of where the side of the tent would fall. And so those are 2 rectangles. So we're going to have 8 times 3. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So my 2 rectangles, I have 8 times 3. And 8 times 3 is 24. And I have 2 of those, so I have to multiply it by 2. And I get 48 feet, and that's for the 2 sides. Highlight that. And then you have the very bottom of the triangle. So let me go back and show you. So far, we have done these two bases. We've done the two rectangles that fall from the side. So you have one back here too. And then you have the very bottom of the triangular prism where it sits on the ground. And so that would be a rectangle of 4 times 8. So we go ahead and do 4 times 8. So 4 times 8 is 32 feet. And that would be the bottom of the triangular prism where it sits on the ground. So now we can go ahead and add these all together. So the two bases together were 8 feet plus 48 feet for the two sides. And then the very bottom where if you want to look at it as a tent, where it sat on the bottom, on the ground was 32 feet. And so when you add all of those together, you get 88 feet squared. And that is your final answer.